You can say, look, they're going to lose $3 billion. They lost $2.1 billion last year. Sure, they say they're going to be profitable, but I don't buy into that. That's if you're skeptical.
Ford, the big American car company, is in deep trouble. It's like they're driving towards a cliff and the brakes aren't working. Let's dive into why Ford might be about to crash and burn. First off, Ford is losing money faster than a car burns gas. In 2021, they lost almost $1 billion on electric cars. Last year, $2 billion down the drain. And this year, they're set to lose over $3 billion more. That's a lot of cash going up in smoke. Why is this happening? Well, Ford's trying to switch from making regular cars to electric ones. It's like they're trying to change the tires while the car's still moving. They've split their company into different parts to handle this change. But is this smart thinking or just a sign they're in panic mode? Hey folks, if you're finding this info eye-opening, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel, and you'll stay up to date on all the latest car industry drama. Now, let's talk about Ford's dealers. They're not helping at all. Some dealers have been charging way too much for cars, sometimes $10,000 more than they should. This is making customers mad and hurting Ford's name. Meanwhile, Tesla, Ford's big rival, is selling directly to customers and making way more money. Speaking of Tesla, they're leaving Ford in the dust. In just 3 months last year, Tesla made 3 times more profit than Ford. Ouch! When Tesla cut their prices, Ford had to raise theirs. It's like Ford's always playing catch-up. But it's not just about electric cars. Ford's regular cars are having big problems too. They've had to recall almost 1 million cars because of engine issues. That's a lot of unhappy customers and a ton of money spent fixing mistakes. And the money troubles? Oh boy. Ford's spending so much trying to catch up in the electric car race that they can't make a profit. It's like they're throwing money into a black hole, hoping it'll turn into a gold mine someday. So, what's Ford CEO, Jim Farley, doing about all this? He's making a desperate plea to save the company. He's trying to change how they sell cars in Europe, wanting to sell directly to customers like Tesla does. But is this too little, too late? Farley's also trying to cut costs in their old car business to help pay for the new electric one. But how long can they keep this up? It's like trying to plug a leaky boat with Band-Aids. Now there's a tiny bit of good news. Ford's business that sells cars to big companies is doing okay. But is that enough to save the whole company? It's hard to say. All of this makes you wonder, is Ford about to collapse? Can Farley turn things around, or are we watching the end of an American icon? It's like a real-life drama playing out in the car world. Ford's story is a warning to other big companies. The world is changing fast, and if you don't keep up, you might get left behind. Even a company as big and famous as Ford isn't safe. So, what do you think? Can Ford pull out of this nosedive, or are they headed for a crash? It's a real nail-biter, and we'll all be watching to see what happens next. Remember, the car world isn't just about engines and wheels anymore. It's about change, new ideas, and staying ahead of the game. Ford's struggle shows just how hard that can be, even for a company that's been around for over 100 years. As we watch this story unfold, it's clear that the road ahead for Ford is full of danger. Will Farley find a way to steer the company to safety, or will Ford end up in the scrapyard of history? Only time will tell. One thing's for sure, the car industry is changing faster than a Formula One race car. Companies like Ford need to be quick, smart, and ready to change if they want to survive. It's not just about making good cars anymore. It's about making the right choices in a world that's always changing. So, keep your eyes on Ford and CEO Jim Farley. Their story isn't over yet, and how it ends could tell us a lot about the future of cars and maybe even the future of American industry. Will Farley find a way to save Ford, or will they become a cautionary tale for other big companies? We'll all be watching to find out.